Hi everybody, this is me and my ME, a vlog about having myalgic encephalomyelitis, and today I wanted to talk about how this disease manifests itself in me. It's, I guess, a little back history is necessary. Back in 2007, I had surgery for diverticulitis, which is when a person develops little pockets in their colon, and things like seeds and popcorn kernels and the kernel skins and stuff like that get lodged in there and you get infected and you get really sick really fast. So that was happening to me multiple times a year and putting me in literally in the ER. Anyway, had 12 inches of my colon removed. That hasn't really happened since the surgery in 2007. But since the surgery, what's been going on is when I go to the restroom, randomly, whether it's number one or number two is irrelevant, it can happen to both, I can get massively nauseated and sick and lethargic and pretty much useless afterwards. The thing is, I don't know when I go to the restroom how I'm going to feel after I come out. It's it's just maddening, and it just happened. I just went to the can, did my business, sat down here, and boom, I'm sick. And it's like someone attached a shop vac hose to my chest and just sucked all the energy right out of me. Just like that. It'll come on like a runaway freight train. And I take, to help with that, ondansetron, typically known as Zofran. Zofran, these are melt-away tablets that I put on my tongue, and they taste like cherry, and that dissolves, and then I swallow that saliva, and it goes down into my stomach, and it helps alleviate the nausea. And it really does work, but that will only alleviate the nausea. It won't help with the lethargy, the lack of energy, the foggy brain stuff. It won't help with any of that, but it'll help with the nausea. And this is the same medication that doctors will typically give chemo and radiation patients when they're going through treatment for that stuff. So that's how strong this is. This comes in like a long strip of these things, and I cut them into 2 tablet units because it takes 2 of them to work for me, even though my doctor says I'm only supposed to take 1. But 1 is never enough. I have to take 2. And it'll kill a day. It'll just wipe it out, depending on how strong it is. I've had times where I'm sick for 20 minutes, and then I bounce back. And other times where I'm sick for hours, just obliterate a day. Doesn't give a shit what I wanted to do that day, like the honey badger. Doesn't give a shit. It's just maddening. And it's happening right now. I'm having a hard time just sort of paying attention to what the hell I'm supposed to be talking about. And this is the madness that I get to deal with every day. It can happen right before we go out to dinner. It can happen while I'm out to dinner. It can happen at a friend's house. It can happen at the grocery store. Anytime I need to hit the can. Being 56, I tend to hit the can more often than I used to when I was 26, That's just the way it is. So, that's kind of how this shit manifests with me. You can tell I'm in a mood. Dropping bombs. But why wouldn't I be? So, otherwise, that's the main thing that I really dislike about how this thing manifests for me is the randomness. And it's like, I try to explain this to people, and I'll say, you can take 10 sufferers of ME and line them up and get 10 completely different stories on how it manifests with them. That's frustrating for me as a patient of ME. It's frustrating for the doctors trying to figure this thing out. You know, it's a game of frustration, and I've had to learn how to sort of manage that frustration and not let it rule the day. And you know, that's damn easy to say and damn hard to do. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. I guess I'll call it quits here because yeah, I'm pretty wiped out. Love you guys. Take care.